Hey guys, it's Christian. I don't have the audio file right now of us all introducing ourselves, but I'm Christian, Sabrina's here, Harry's here, Chelsea's here. We're going to tell you some scary stories or watch a movie and talk about it, but this one is urban legends. So don't be afraid to stick around.
Oh my god, we're back, bitches!
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Chelsea's
like
literally in
to-
Twilight right now. Christian is surrounded by the gays, and Sabrina and I are sporting.
This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
That was really scary.
Harry,
I have a little pride border going on. So happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride!
We'll see if we get this up in June, because
Happy
knowing
From
our
the
track
gays.
record,
No, we are.
knowing our track
Would
record.
we like to discuss what we've been doing since we've been on our hiatus, just briefly? What we've been up to?
Sleeping. Just sleeping.
Nothing good.
Harry do be
I've just been schooling.
Me too.
Same.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's been hard,
Can
y'all.
I
It's been
tell
hard.
you, the transition from sophomore year to junior year of high school is the same thing. Shut up. As college, because it goes from like I'm just playing, I'm just hanging around. Like, freshman and sophomore year of high school feel like middle school, and then you get to junior year, and you're like, oh my god, this is real. And then same thing for college. You're like, oh my god, this is high school part 2, and then you get to junior year, and it's like, oh my god, this is real.
I find it really offensive to
Yeah.
just to have a beauty filter.
Naturally.
Because I'm looking over here, I'm looking.
I feel
Harry,
like
you
I
look
do have
fine.
one.
I'm breaking out because I've been washing my body in hose water for a
Oh,
week.
do we want to talk about that?
We
Do we
should
want to talk
mention
about that?
Oh yeah. I've been washing in hose water for a week.
in what water?
Hose. Not hose. Hose.
Thank you for that. I
Harry,
hated
you're looking
that.
very mask.
I'm on.
Mm,
I don't know why
mask,
I
mask.
don't get. Oh,
Anyway, my bathroom doesn't work, so I've been
Yes.
showering outside for a week.
with the snails and the leeches.
She's showing the name.
And
There
slugs.
are no snails or leeches. There
Just a
are
slug.
slugs and lizards
They're the same.
I named
Snails
the
and
only things that aren't
sneakers.
there.
and frogs. If I go out there late enough at night, I can hear them going cookie cookie. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
Roberta's gonna.
Yeah,
hop
because
on your
you're
ass.
Yeah.
yeah, because you're in Puerto Rico and there's coqui outside.
Yeah, Coqui. Guys, I don't even have lip gloss on. I feel so unprepared.
Okay, well, anyway, to this episode, we're gonna talk about urban legends. It's not gonna be a movie pod, to your surprise.
Yeah.
We're gonna try something new on this here channel. We're not a YouTube channel. I don't know why I said that. On this here pod. So we've decided that we're gonna incorporate some spooky topics and just kind of talk. And
Yeah.
so this
this
isn't
is
a movie.
not
Sponsored.
sangria.
Oh,
This is
Yeah,
not
no, it's
sangria.
ginger ale with
Oh.
lime juice.
It's ginger ale and lime
Also,
juice.
yeah, this drink is jarritos. If I'm
Sabrina and I are drinking water.
I just
But
stole
we're
this
also-
cup from the Bad Bunny concert. Harry, if you don't
That
turn
music
them
for
alarms
recital.
off,
I
Oh my
just
gosh.
ate like 16 brownies though. So like
I was like, Harry, do you like those brownies? And he's like, yeah, they're like good. And I was like, yeah, that's great. You've had 6 so far, so I thought you might.
Oh,
Harry, you
I
are
was
so
telling
shady.
I was telling the girls earlier. Sabrina and I argue over Zoom. We are in person today, like we're together on Zoom. I'm literally about to tussle. Like you guys are about to see us
oh yeah,
fist
they're
fight.
physically next to
on
each other,
camera.
guys, for our listeners.
Yeah, for the pod listeners.
So
Sabrina, can you tell them what topic we're talking
urban
about this
legend.
episode?
This is not sponsored by Thomas J. Crowell. This is literally just a book that I read in middle school that I love, and it's about urban legends, and it made me suggest to the queens, why don't we just do a pod on like our favorite urban legends and like talk about it a little. So this is the book I love. Please go out and buy. I'm sure Mr. Crowell would love.
Yeah, just enter code Scary Queens 10.
No, well, there's
Huh.
no discount. Just go get it. It's a really good book.
Also, if y'all like my shirt, if y'all like my shirt,
We have merch.
We have merch.
It says, "Stay afraid," because that's what we say at the end of every podcast with a little spooky imagery, and it's signed Scary Queens. So if you guys are interested in our merch, check out our Instagram. That's the Scary Queens, THE Scary Queens. Just in case you
Just in
didn't
case
know.
we're back, bitches.
It's in the link in our bio, our link tree. We have a merch section, and you can click on it, and it'll bring you straight to the t-shirt, or you can purchase it. So,
Bing bong.
yes.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Okay, so
Alright,
who's first?
So who wants to start?
Okay, I won't go first.
I
but
really want to grab the
shut
mic.
up. I'm gonna. Oh no. Okay,
Harry.
pick a number between 1
Oh my god, yeah.
and
So the-
200 and
Oh, yeah.
The
Let's
gist,
explain.
the
Everybody
gist,
was
the
meant to
gist.
bring. Hold on. Everybody was meant to bring an urban legend to talk about that they liked.
Yeah.
We've been knew this for a while. Sabrina has one. I got one. Chelsea got 7 on deck.
Yeah, I have a
Harry
problem.
Otero has none.
He was
First of all, you
Continue.
just said my government name. They're gonna find me. Second of all,
Harry, your Instagram has your name, baby.
that's true.
That's true.
Second of all, I have been very busy lately, and I haven't had time to look for an urban legend. So what
We were
Sabrina
on
decided with her
FaceTime
juicy
together
brain.
for more than an hour, and I said,
we
"Harry,
were
look for one
on
right now
FaceTime
as we're
together.
speaking."
We were
as
on
we're speaking.
FaceTime together.
And you looked at me and
when
you
I was on a
smiled and said nothing.
cruise.
No,
Okay,
we were on
so I
we were on
think
FaceTime
Harry just
literally the
likes
other day.
conflict. I think he likes conflict over Zoom because he's not fighting with me right now. He's fighting with Christian. This is
Well,
crazy.
Sabrina had a juicy brain idea where she's gonna, someone's gonna pick a page, and I'm gonna flip through or something, and I'm gonna stop on a random page, and then I'm gonna read the urban legend that I land on. But we can, I don't know if we want to see that to the end.
I was gonna save that for last, but I was gonna say for us to decide who goes first, pick a number between 1 and 277, and whoever's closest will go first. I'll just like pick a random page. So I pick 93. Pick a number.
Bitches.
42.
Okay.
Chelsea?
29.
Okay, I'll just at the beginning of.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because she just opened to the cover page.
Cookie.
Page 108.
Me.
Sabrina wins.
Sabrina, start.
Sabrina starts.
You guys pick like 2 and 3, so I don't know. Out of 277.
I
Okay.
said 42, bitch.
Whatever. Okay. Oh, I'm starting. So I picked the Mothman. I'm so excited. Oh my god, this feels like book club and show and tell. So I picked
I don't
the
know this
Mothman.
one, so I'm excited to hear about it.
Oh my
Me
God, I'm so
neither.
excited. I literally am obsessed. Okay, so I was really obsessed with BuzzFeed Unsolved for forever.
Mhm.
Don't go watch that. Watch Watcher. They're on a new channel. It's great. It's wonderful. They're coming out with a thing called Ghost Files. I'm so excited for it. But BuzzFeed Unsolved did an episode on the Mothman, and that's where I was first introduced. And he's this urban legend from Point Place, West Virginia. And basically the lore around it is like, okay, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you guys. This is absolute utter bull, but it's so fun. Okay. The Mothman stories first appeared around Point Pleasant, West Virginia in 1966. The Mothman is a man-like creature with 10-foot wingspan and huge red eyes. He was a worker who was severely injured in an accident at a chemical plant in West Virginia. Instead of dying from his injuries, he mutated into a giant moth.
Right, as you do.
It's classic.
As you do.
I think it's a
Classic.
big
Doctor Strange.
Classic
there's a
Gregor
big
Samsa metamorphosis. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like those books. Anamorph.
Like I literally hate when that happens.
Right? Don't you?
Oh,
just
isn't
hate
there
it?
like a movie? Isn't there a movie where it's like The Fly, and he like the same thing happens? He like becomes a fly or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum.
That's true.
Really?
I know. That's why I said it.
Are you serious? Oh my God, I have to watch.
Or
Is he
Spy
the
Kids
Fly?
thumb people.
Okay, next, Sabrina. I mean, continue.
That should have been my urban legend. Anyway,
That
continue.
should have been your urban legend.
So this one's
Yeah.
really fun. It tells like a narrative,
toma.
like little fictional, whatever the heck. So it's talking about like a couple that they're like in their car and they're like making out in the woods. And then the girl like hears something and she's like, oh my God, what's that? And the guy's like, nothing, let's keep making out. And then she's like, no, what is that? He's like, let me go check. So he's going out to check. He doesn't come back. And then on the top of the roof of the car. And then she's like, oh my God, what was that? And then some trooper like pulls up and like, he's like, don't come out of the car. She does because duh. And her boyfriend is on the roof of the car, chest roof open. Okay. Yeah. And I don't know how we got Mothman from that. Literally.
Yeah.
Wait,
How
did we
the
miss
boyfriend get on the
something?
roof?
But apparently it was
How the
the
boyfriend
Mothman.
get on the roof?
Wait, the boyfriend was in the
Mothman,
car. How'd he
like,
get on the roof?
Mothman
he got
ate
out
her?
of the car. He got out of the car to check.
Oh,
Did I not
got
say
it,
that?
got it.
No, you
Sorry.
didn't. You said
No,
that they
you
were
said
making
he-
out, and then the girl got out of the car, and then the guy was on the roof.
No.
I was like, is the Mothman the one sitting next to her?
Sorry,
The
no.
Mothman's the
He
car.
got out of the car. Yeah. He said, why? Because some dead branch fell. Like, she's like, come on, let's go. Why? Because some dead branch fell. Come on, we finally have some time to ourselves.
Ew. And that's what you get for sinning, children.
Chelsea, what are you doing with the bag? Oh, okay, got it.
I
thought you were just gonna hold it like that.
For a second, it gave very much that picture of you with your clarinet in your hands.
Yeah, it gave very much
Virgo
what's
pain.
that? What's Virgo,
Virgo
pain?
pain.
For
How long
those
have
of
we
you who
been-
don't, for those of you who don't know, Virgo Pain is Chelsea's debut album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this little side swept
That's
bang
my-
that we've got going on.
I'm trying to get it to
Ooh.
dry that way. My hair's still wet
I
from
like.
my outdoor shower.
Me when I'm still wet.
Okay.
Harry,
Okay, well,
God.
I chose the Mothman because I think he's just so
Mhm.
fun and so like different. And like there's theories now that it was literally just a sandhill crane because he's supposed to like sound like really fucking weird and he has red eyes and he has like really
Oh.
long
Oh my God.
wingspan. And I so believe it was a sandhill crane, but I think
Yeah.
it's so fun to
Yeah.
just like fuck around with it. And can I tell you, Point Pleasant, West Virginia loves the fucking Mothman. It's the main like source of their fucking tourism.
Do they
like
get
sell
cranes?
cookies, pizzas. I think on the like migrations, like when they're going up or
Oh.
down, the cranes pass by them. They're mostly like a Florida thing.
Some guy thought
I was gonna say
I was
get-
making that noise. I was in a drive-thru at Starbucks and a sandhill crane flew over the cart and it was like, and he was like, is that you? And I was like, yeah, I come to Starbucks and make that noise into the drive-thru and then drive. What?
What? Can I tell you?
I would be
Wait,
so
I just
offended.
want to say that it says gruesome accidents in chemical plants have produced a host of bloodthirsty monsters, including the Green Men of Central Pennsylvania, Hiram the Axe Murderer, and in the mountains of Utah, and the Lizard Man of South Carolina.
The lizard man.
Let's
Oh
get
my
a
God.
sound
lizard
bite of
man.
the cranes.
Yes.
That's what he
Yes.
thought you were doing with your mouth.
That
He
is so funny.
was making that noise.
Can I tell you? I will fight a sandhill crane because the way they stand outside
probably
of my
illegal. It's probably
bedroom
illegal.
at like 8 a.m.
You
and they'll
can't
be like
touch them.
in the middle
They-
of the
they
summer.
know it.
That
And
was
I'm
That's
like,
the thing. They're very like arrogant because they know once they get that little bracelet on their little leg, they're like, you can't touch me.
It's so-
They have like
But yeah,
diplomatic
isn't it like?
immunity.
Don't you get like fined for like $7.5 million
Yes.
if you touch one?
If you hit
if you touch one, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like, you can't,
literally,
like,
it's so
hurt
funny
her.
the way the Mothman stories are like. It sounds like a bird, and it flies like a bird. It also looks like a bird.
So it's a man who's a moth.
So it's a man who's a moth.
Literally, they were like apparently there was this couple. There was another story that BuzzFeed Unsolved like talked about, like that they were like these two couples in the woods and they were just like walking for some fucking reason. Why do people go into the woods at night? And they like went to go look for it and they saw something that looks like an owl but was probably the Mothman.
Wait a minute.
It was an owl. I can guarantee.
Can
Owl?
I tell you?
And it said,
So
Is it-
can I look up a
fun.
picture?
Wait, hold on. It's a man-sized moth, right? Not a moth-sized
It's a moth-sized man.
No, baby, it's like 7 to 10 feet tall. It's a big
Oh,
boy.
okay. Oh,
Imagine it was just a little man.
it's an elephant-sized moth.
Also, they have
That's
like
Ant-Man.
they have a aluminum
Oh my
fucking
God.
statue of the Mothman in Point Pleasant, and he's ripped.
This is what people think. He looks
hi,
like.
that's a drone.
Bitch, that's a bird. That's a
That's
fucking
that's a
bird.
crane.
Yeah, but show us. Oh, see this? Look at this ripped ass, sexy ass fucking
Sexy.
monster.
Sexy?
Hold on.
What is
How do I-
happening? What is
How
happening?
do I?
Yeah,
How do I-
turn your
Oh.
bright. Oh,
Ooh,
why is that sexy, Sabrina?
It's ripped.
that's
It's
wild.
got, you can play him like a.
He's
fucking
got like a
piano.
10-pack.
Bing, 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 bing. And brother sounds like that too because it's aluminum.
Ew, it's got
The
red
abs, the
eyes.
abs are fun.
It's
Well,
one
it's
of
a
the
moth,
places that I want to
baby.
go like on a road trip. It seems so fun.
Looks like a Jeepers. Is Jeepers Creepers based off of Mothman?
Jeepers Creepers. I don't know, but I was about to say that there's an episode of Supernatural where a man with a hook for a hand does the exact same thing, jumps on a car, takes the boyfriend out of the car when the girl was making out. Like,
Copying.
is this just?
There's an episode of SpongeBob of a guy with a hook hand
Hash
and the
slinging
red eyes, the
slasher.
hash slinging slasher. But he has
It's a
red eyes.
spatula for a hand.
And
not a
can I
hook.
tell you,
Oh, a
sometimes I say
spatula.
hash slinging slasher and nobody gets it.
Well, it's probably because you're saying it wrong.
Yeah, it's probably because you're going.
because
the
you're
hash-
saying
hash-
hash slash slash slash.
Okay, but if the girls know, they know what I'm saying. I don't have to. I don't have to enunciate.
That's true.
And
I can go-
Nosferatu is also in that episode. Flickering the lights.
Yes. What a good app.
Who?
Nosferatu.
That's the
Nosferatu?
Graveyard Shift. The Graveyard Shift is the name of that
Nosferatu
episode.
is like a vampire, right?
I
Yeah.
think so. And he's in that SpongeBob episode.
He flips the lights.
Because then it's like, oh, like he finds out that the hash slinging slasher is just a dude with a spatula for a hand. And he's like, wait, so then who's, yep, that's him. And then he's like, look up Nosferatu SpongeBob. And then he's like, well, then who was flickering the lights? And then they look at the light switch and it's Nosferatu going on the lights. And that's the urban legend. Yeah. And that's the urban legend of how
Yeah,
SpongeBob was Nosferatu.
So that's I wish I had more to present, but literally, ladies, it's a sandhill crane.
I mean, it's just a crane.
No. Oh yeah. So
It's
sorry
literally
that
just a
I don't
crane.
have. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
that I don't have more. But it's literally just a crane. The whole fun spooky ooky part about it is that he's like this like fantastical monster, which I
Mhm.
love. It's like werewolf vampire vibes, or like, you know what?
And there's
wish I
only
knew more
one, right?
about?
It's just
There's only
him.
one, and he lives in West Virginia because Country Road Take Me Home to the place.
Love that.
I
West
Take me
Virginia.
home. Country
Including
road.
naked at his own surprise party and other sexual escapades.
Yeah, I read this when I was in middle school. It was a little weird, but
Ooh,
I had
okay,
a lot
well.
of fun. There's a guy that fucks a.
Oh, did you say the title? It's called Alligators in the Sewer.
Yeah, the least memorable of all the urban legends, but it is a fun title.
I didn't even know that was an urban legend. I thought that was just a statement.
Absolutely true stories that happened to a friend of a friend of a friend.
I mean,
Johnny,
I
he's
believe-
camp.
tell me he's lying. It's kind
And
of
tell me that you haven't said that before.
My friend's sister, who's
I heard
mom
from a friend of a friend
died,
that
she said-
urban legend was a 10 out of 10.
That dick is a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so okay, pick a number between 277 and 1. Pick higher.
I almost said
269.
203. Oh,
269.
I said 203.
154.
I hope you remember your numbers because I don't.
Okay.
You're gonna break your book.
That is a horrible way
Said
to do this.
154.
218. Who's close? Oh my god, Chelsea.
I said 203 and Chelsea said what?
299.
So
or
it's
something.
Christian.
So it's me. All right. Well, hi.
269. Thank you very much.
269.
Okay.
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 Well, yeah.
Chelsea, where the fuck you go?
I'm doing something I don't want to do on camera.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
What just happened?
Scratching her cooter.
Sarah.
Sorry.
Rena. Oh my god. Okay.
I forget that I'm supposed to like not say things so that I don't have to edit them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry watches this podcast of these women and they don't have to edit anything out. I don't think it's
No.
just one live stream, and I'm like,
Well, can I tell you,
Did that
they
are
are.
professionals.
No,
They're
they're
not.
problematic.
Well,
also their
that's their
job.
job.
Continue, Christian. It's your turn.
We try to be corporate professionals.
We're not trying to
alongside them.
lose our
Corporate
jobs.
professional.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How can you lose your job if you ain't even have one? And that's what I've always said.
That's why he has no job.
Actually, I'm starting a new
and that's
job
why
on
he's
Monday.
never had a job.
I'm starting one on Monday.
You are?
Yeah, for
Congrats.
Jesus.
For Jesus.
Amen.
Jesus.
No, that's in
Amen.
September. But I'm
No,
starting
yeah,
one on
that's
Monday.
not. It's not that one. It's for Office.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh my god, I'm gonna be in the office.
John
Oh, yeah.
Krasinski. Oh my god,
Okay,
who
well.
are we in the office? Wait, stop.
No.
Oh,
I'm the gelatin with the stapler in it.
Chelsea is clearly Pam or whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is.
The
I've
cat
never
lady.
seen The Office, so I'm listening. Nope.
Oh,
I'm
I
trying to
think-
be Meredith.
I was
Oh,
literally going
oh,
to
the woman
say
who
that
shows
you
the
are.
tit. The woman who
Yeah,
shows
the one where
tit.
she like shows hole and then she shows tit, and then she shows hole and then she shows tit.
Wait, what?
You know that
is
one
going
episode?
on?
Yeah,
She's
got a
wearing
really
a
small
dress
dress.
that's literally this big, and it's like office casual day. And then people are like, Meredith, we can see your cootie coo. Please
So
put
she
it away.
pulls it
She's
down.
like, fine. And she pulls it down.
And
Both
her-
yitties out.
Oh.
They're like, God, Meredith, your panties. She's like, it's casual day.
Aw,
Okay,
that's funny.
Christian, your turn.
See. So my urban legend that I'm bringing to you guys today comes all the way from Mexico, and her name is La Llorona, aka the Weeping Woman.
La
For those who
Llorona.
do not speak Spanish, also called La Lorna by only me. So, where do we start with her? I got some. I'm gonna get through with my references right now. Got some stuff from my mind from just knowing it, and I got some stuff from Daisy Maria on YouTube. Shout out to her. And yeah,
I love that we're citing our sources.
just wanted to put that out there in case anyone's like, that's literally her video. She mentioned this. I'm gonna be like, yeah, because I watched it. So thank you, Daisy. Anyway,
You're welcome.
so La Llorona starts with the story of Maria. Maria was a beautiful girl, and she knew it. She was a beautiful girl. Are you okay?
I stubbed my toe real good. I did it by accident. I'm so sorry.
Guttural. That was guttural.
Oh,
My
gosh.
foot. You know when you're like pushing with your feet to push the chair back, but they slide. And I did that and kicked my
Oh.
computer. Oh, I'm gonna lose that toe.
Yeah, it's so
Anyway.
stacked.
Yeah, that toe's gonna turn black and fall off.
She said, "I'm gonna lose that toe."
Oh, you can put it in the toe soup from
Oh
Scary
my god!
Queens. No,
She
from
said, "Where's my
That's
Scary
also-
Stories.
My toe ho.
Yes.
Do we have to edit
Bueno.
that out?
So, okay, so Maria, she's very beautiful. She knows it. She's very poor, and she wants to find a husband that is like the most handsome. Harry, I'm gonna shot on you. What do you want?
Maria.
Keep going.
Continue. Maria.
I can't.
They couldn't have given her a more creative name. Of course, she was named
Bitch,
Maria.
Maria was the Lorna came first before Maria from West Side Story.
Maria's a beautiful
No,
name.
I'm saying like La Llorona couldn't have a better name. She had to be named Maria.
I'm sure a white
The most
person made that
basic-
up.
Well, I mean,
fucking
it's
Hispanic
based
name.
off a true story.
How do you
So
solve
her name
a
was Maria.
problem
Her name
like
was Maria.
Maria? How do you
Anyway.
catch a cloud and pin
So-
it down?
So
That's
Maria
what I've
wanted to
always
find.
said.
Yeah, and that's what I've always said. So she wanted to find the most handsomest little husband so that he would match
Oh my
her
God, the
beauty.
spotlight. No, Lark.
The mostest. And so basically she one second. Oh yeah. So she would spend, sorry, I have notes. She spent the days in her humble surroundings, and at the nights she would sport her white gown, and she would thrill the men at the rich parties and rich areas of her town. So she goes to these parties at night. She wears her best white gown, and she falls in love with this man who, of course, is rich because he's at the rich parties. And she's like, this one,
Wait,
that's my
wait.
husband.
I wish you guys could see Sabrina's toes right now.
Ew.
Like this. She kept moving, and her toes would move with her while she was acting. They
Ew.
were like, they had a mind of their own. It was
I
wild.
hated that. Hate that.
Continue. Sorry, I had to
Okay.
make note.
My
So-
girls, they're just extras.
Okay, so Maria has now married this man. She fell in love with him so good that she had 2 children with him, 2 sons to be exact. And she loved these sons real good.
Two sons,
and the
too
man,
many.
2 sons too many. And so the guy, basically, her husband starts like leaving the house for extended periods of time. So he'll be gone for a week, or he'll go to work and like stay longer. And then it's like, ooh, what's happening here? Eventually, he starts leading a life of what is the word?
Promiscuity?
Promiscuity, and starts sleeping with other women and blah 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 blah. And eventually, he falls in love with a younger woman,
Hotter, sexier,
hotter,
tighter.
probably, yeah. So then
Haters?
Shut up.
Sabrina. And so he leaves to go
She
to
wears
work
tight
one day
clothing,
and
that's what
never
I meant.
comes back.
Oh my God.
Eventually, or well, there's different versions of the story, but I'm gonna tell you this one. So he goes to work, never comes back, and she's like, "Wow, he left me. He hates me. He doesn't love me
Oh
anymore."
my God, it's Coco.
Yeah, Coco's
I think
great grandmother
that-
is
no.
La Llorona.
Was that racially motivated? It wasn't. It was just literally he left to work and never came back. But the thing is, Ernesto La Cruz, unless you've seen the movie, sorry, spoiler.
Ernesto
I don't think that's his
Cruz.
name.
If you haven't
Ernesto
watched
La
it-
Cruz.
If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Ernesto La Cruz kills him.
That's okay. Anyway,
He goes to work, never
he
comes
leaves
back.
her, right? Leaves her, come back, and then so she is. Oh, what is happening?
Sabrina gave me pink eye again.
Literally, I think he wiggles it.
Are you
in his
having an
asshole
allergic
and then
reaction?
Tucks his eye.
Harry's allergic to
haven't even-
cats, and Sabrina's a cat. So every time
Yeah.
she
I
comes
haven't even
around,
I haven't even touched him, so I don't know why he's having issues right now.
Because you gave him a shirt covered in cat hair.
This is mine. I haven't touched him. And he gave me this shirt.
true.
Can you just
Anyway.
check my contact?
So,
Yeah.
like,
so
oh.
Maria is very sad. She has her little babies, and she's walking around the little river by her house, and she sees a cabin, or not a cabin, what's it called? A carriage pull up, and it's homeboy with his new girl,
Rude.
and he's
That's
like,
fucked up.
"Oh, let me say goodbye. Let me say goodbye to my children. Let me talk to my children." He talks to the children, and not to her. No word is spoken to her. He ignores her, talks to the babies, and he's like, "Okay, bye. I'm gonna go with my new girl now." And she gets so enraged that she throws her children into the river and drowns them.
See,
That'll
I
fix
was
it.
I was following the narrative. I was like, okay, let's murder him, dismantle him, disembowel. I'm all about it. You need help, I'm helping.
Disembowel.
But the children, those are yours. You
Yeah,
made
the
those.
children didn't do shit.
He,
But I guess
actually, he
she-
did literally negative 3% of the work. Did you even?
That is true.
I'm not
that
saying
is
that.
true.
He literally contributed 2% of the thing. You grew those. Those are
Mhm.
yours.
Another version of the story says that instead of him like cheating, it's that he built a relationship with the children and that they loved him so much that she got jealous. But that's
Mhm.
different parts of Latin America. It depends on who you ask. So basically, point is she gets so enraged, she throws them into the water, she drowns these children. And so once she's out of her blind rage, she's awoken and she's like, "Oh my God, I just threw my children into a river."
Whoops.
So she whoopsies, she goes into the river trying to like retrieve their bodies and see if they're alive and blah, blah, blah. Point is, children are dead. She's so sad about this that she drowns herself in the same river.
What I said is if you can't beat them, join them, girl.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be the victim and the abuser, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Well-
what that was about, but
Bitch.
yeah, she decided to do all that. And so basically the whole like folklore thing behind it is that she was like at the gates of heaven or whatever, and then God or whoever was in charge was like, "Hey, yo, you can't come in."
God or whoever was in charge. Amen.
Smooth.
Amen.
Like, I don't know if God was at the door or if like someone else was there and God
Like
was
an
like chilling at
angel?
his throne. You know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
on
Yeah, because, like, can I
PTO.
tell you, he's running the whole situation. Like, he can't.
That's
be
what
at
I'm
the
saying. Like,
pearly
I don't know if he's
gates. Like,
at the
not,
gate.
He's not the ticketing booth, you know.
Exactly.
Mickey
Like he's
Mouse
there.
is not the one.
Says the
telling you-
atheist.
Well, I mean, there's fallacies to everything, but like, if you're gonna have fallacies, make it make sense. So what was it? Oh, I was saying.
What were you saying? Yeah.
Mickey Mouse does not sell you the ticket and also greet you inside the park.
That's
you know
what I'm
I mean?
saying. So that's why I said that. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
he might be somewhere else. But anyway, point is the people at the gate were like, "Hey girl, if you want to get into heaven, you gotta find your
Put my
children."
elbow there. Nice.
God. They're like,
Find
if you want to
them.
find yeah, you gotta find your children. So she was like, bet. She went back down to earth and she said, I am gonna find these children. And now obviously they knew she's not gonna find her children. So they basically sent her to her own personal hell where she's always looking for her children and is never going to find them.
That's why she
So,
says.
like,
Is
yo,
God
yo.
playing jokes on people like that? Because that seems fucked up.
I don't know, but that's apparently what it is. Well, I mean, she killed her children, so that's her hell, I guess. Her version.
I
of
know, but
hell.
is God like, let me look what I'm gonna tell this bitch. He's like, you want to see her
Look
gagged
how I'm a
and
goop,
fucking
yeah.
goop?
Look how much
gagged and goop?
Right
She about to get real good.
She'd be
And
like,
so basically,
yeah.
She, so La Llorona passes by bodies of waters, rivers and stuff, and she is always looking for children. So she will snatch whichever child she sees, and if it's not her child, she will
sucks.
drown them in a river. And she just does that to every child she tries to snatch, and she wanders
She got
the
issues.
night. She wanders the
Does
night,
she know that her
weeping and
children are
crying.
dead and she will not find them alive?
Well, I think if she knew that, she would just like not
But
be
like,
doing that.
but like, she drowned them, right?
Yes.
How do you drown someone and they remain
Okay,
alive?
two
Well,
things to bring.
this is a folklore, so shut up. So basically,
but two things. So one, I forgot the first one. Second one is
okay,
sorry.
thank you for that.
Second one is sometimes I've heard, I don't know, there's no standardization to folklore because obviously it's all fake. So
except you, Maria,
there's-
we believe in you.
except for you.
Yeah, don't come
but-
for me, please.
Sorry, but like you're too old. You're grown. You're okay.
That's
so,
true.
like,
But she
sometimes
might
when-
want my children.
She might want your children. Maybe she's waiting
Bitch,
on my
you don't
children
have
that I'm
a
never
job.
gonna have. Oh my god, Chelsea. So
There's
sometimes
something
when
in my
human
eye. I'll be right back.
okay, sometimes when
Okay.
human spirits are like on the plane for too long and on the other side for too long, they become not human. Like there's a Colombian story. I just heard it.
Well,
on
she's
this
not
other
human.
podcast.
She's supposed to be like in a limbo between like death and
Yeah,
alive.
but that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes human spirits that have passed and they're not like they haven't seen the light, they still have something that they have left to do. If they come back and they're in limbo for such a long time and they're like angry spirits, they become into something like not human. You know what I'm saying?
I see. I mean, that's kind of basically what happens with her, where she's now like this monster figure that people say, like her dress. Obviously, she's known for her white gown. She's in the white gown, and it's like distressed and torn up, and she roams late at night, and it's kind of become now like a warning for children that people use more so like nowadays. So they're like, oh, like in Hispanic households, more specifically Mexican households, they'll be like, ooh, don't go out late at night. La Llorona's gonna snatch you. So it keeps children from roaming the streets at night and also roaming near like bodies of water where they can drown. But yeah, that's basically her thing. She just be crying a lot, which is why she's called La Llorona, the weeping woman, because she's crying for her babies. And some people have reported hearing, ay, mis hijos, accompanied by her cries. So she'll be like, ay, mis hijos, while she's crying.
You know they didn't.
And
No, they didn't. They did not
that's
hear
what
that.
that's what people report, baby.
No,
On September
no.
12th in Cordoba, Veracruz, at 3 a.m, there was a man working construction and he
Oh,
recorded her
it's always
cries.
3 a.m. Oh my god, the witching
It's
hour.
always
What are you doing at
the
3
witching
a.m.?
hour. What?
Outside at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why are
Yeah,
you
he was
outside?
clocking in, going BB boops. He was working construction.
Quit your job.
Anyway, so the man's
don't need
working at
public
3
works.
a.m. And this, wait, Sabrina, can you let me share my screen? Oh, wait, should I wait for Harry to come back? Because he's gone.
No.
Okay.
We don't like it.
Well, this is what the man heard. Oh, hold on a second. How do I stop sharing? How do I stop sharing? I need to add my sound. Okay. Share sound. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Ah, su puta madre. La neta ya me está dando miedo, güey. No mames.
Do you hear it? That's what you think at first.
Oigas, no mames.
No mames. Poor guy, he's scared
Puta
shitless.
madre. Puta madre, ya me dio escalofrío.
Escalofrío.
A ver, ve, vamos para allá, güey. Pues la neta ya me está dando miedo, güey.
Wait, Sabrina, you're gonna have to stop. Okay, hello? Nope, I don't hear anything you're saying right now. Hello? The way this episode has the most technical difficulties we've ever had.
Sorry. Hello.
Yes, I hear
So
you now.
sorry.
I hear you now. I hear you now.
Okay. The way that this episode, can you hear
Yes.
me? Okay. Back. Sorry. So, is it likely that this is a woman come down from heaven looking for her dead children, or a fucking wolf?
See, no, but the thing is,
what the fuck?
the last ones sounded not like a dog. At first, I was like,
Okay.
girl, that's a dog. And then the last ones were like human-esque.
So then it's another construction worker fucking with them. There's no
It's a-
fucking way.
It could
And
be
then-
a crackhead got hold
Yeah,
of the wrong stuff.
Crackhead, another construction worker fucking with them. It could be like if this is like a thing that naturally occurred, if there's like a mountainous area nearby. I don't really know where in Mexico this is, and I don't know if Mexico has mountains. I'm sorry, but Costa
Mhm.
Rica does. So if this is like a mountainous area, like maybe the wind comes down
wind.
and it makes
Well,
like
that's what
a
people say.
noise.
People say that her wails and screams blend in to like the sounds of the wind and
sound
stuff.
of-
So
yeah.
where you like it leaves you questioning. You're like, is that the wind? Is that a dog? And then you start listening and you're like, no, that's a woman crying. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like the whole thing. It's like, is it? Is it
Mm.
not? So that is one of the sightings, or well, listenings of her crying. And this is
Oh my God.
someone who saw
Sí.
her.
Ay, se fue para la calle.
That is a crackhead. That is a
Ay, no, no, ¿qué
crackhead.
es
That is
eso?
a
¿Qué es eso?
crackhead.
Sabrina, no, look.
¿Qué es eso?
She tap
Is it gonna
dancing.
jump scare? Are you gonna chop? Are you gonna
It's not a jump
me?
scare. It's not a jump
Ay,
scare.
no está mirando, no
I'm
está
running
mirando, no
her
está
the
mirando.
fuck over. I'm
No,
running
no, no,
her
no,
the
no, no,
fuck
está mirando,
over.
no está mirando,
What
está
are you
siguiendo, vámonos,
doing?
vámonos, vámonos, anda a saber qué es. No, 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 vámonos, 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 vámonos. Ay, no, vámonos, por ahí,
There's a
no,
kid in
no,
the
me da
back
miedo, me da
seat.
miedo. Ay, ay,
There's a
Can I
child
tell
in
you?
the-
That man
es una
hired
mujer
her.
loca,
That man
¿qué?
hired whoever the fuck is inside of that robe because the way he's not
¿Qué
leaving and he's
hizo?
fucking with his wife.
That is a crackhead.
That is a crackhead.
I love that Harry missed all of that.
Yes. But it's not swelling, so there's something in
It
it.
hurts. And
Did
I
you take your
literally
contacts
was-
out?
Did you take your
I
contact
took it
out?
out and I put I washed my eye, like I put it basically on the sink so that water would run into it, and I still feel it.
Oh my
Go get your
gosh.
sister to look at it because I have bad lighting down here, and she's literally in the medical profession. Go get your sister to help you out.
It literally feels awful. I put eye drops in it. Literally nothing. It still hurts.
hold on, no, because they need to see what the fuck going on. Sabrina's playing nurse. Sabrina's playing nurse right now and trying to get a rock out of Harry's eye.
It hurts. What are you supposed to be doing? Putting heat on
This episode is cursed.
It really is, because we've had so many issues.
Your eye looks better. It looks fucking better, doesn't it?
It looks like I.
It looks
Sure, I don't know. It looks the same, but
Girl, I
got
don't
it.
know.
Don't fucking touch it. I didn't mean to
Stop
touch
touching it, Harry.
Yeah,
She's
Harry,
right
stop
about
touching
that.
it.
Hurts. Also,
I
I
didn't know that
need
mic
to
was
see
all
La
the way over
Llorona. Okay, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on.
Oh yeah, you missed La Llorona.
No, I don't want to
I
watch
heard
it. It was scary.
I heard everything, so I don't need to watch the one where they hear her, but I do need to.
You just want to see the one where you see her? Okay,
Yeah.
Chelsea, if you want,
Oh, I was
leave the Zoom,
scared.
but I'm gonna show.
Wait,
Okay.
then I'm
I'm not
gonna.
scared. I genuinely think this is a crackhead or somebody that this man like hired to scare his wife because he's not freaking out. He's like, if she's saying let's leave, he's
Wait.
not leaving.
What is that? That looks
Okay.
like a white blob.
Sabrina, are you recording pod?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Para la calle.
Here you go, Harry.
¿Qué? Ay, no, no, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso?
She's Argentinian.
¿Qué es eso?
Para que llegue, güey, para.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay,
I'm
no
the
está
kid in the
mirando, no está
back.
mirando, no está mirando. No, 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 no está mirando, no está mirando, está siguiendo, vámonos, 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 anda a saber qué es. No, 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 vámonos, 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 vámonos. Ay, no, vámonos, por ahí, no, no, me da miedo, me da miedo. Ay, ay.
Her husband's an
Pero si ahí
asshole.
es una mujer loca, ¿qué? ¿Qué? ¿Qué es eso?
That's so funny.
It's
And
literally so
that's-
funny.
One of the sightings of La Lorna. And so,
Also, if I genuinely thought my life was in danger, I'm hitting that bitch. We can go through the court process later, and I'll be like, she threatened me. I will claim to my dying day that it was self-defense. I will hit that bitch so fucking hard.
I mean, no, that's like frightening to see.
I'd be like,
Like,
that
you're in
was
a white,
obviously
like-
aggressive. Yeah, that was obviously
And she's,
an
like,
act of aggression. That was an
walking up
act of
like
aggression,
that.
or I thought you were gonna like fucking crackhead all over me. So I'm hitting you with full force, 90 miles
Oh.
per hour. I'm backing up actually to rev
Oh
up and
my
hit
God,
you.
Sabrina, you're
Yeah.
gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I
You
mean,
know
anyway, she's gonna snatch that child in the back seat is what she was gonna do. and throw it
Yeah.
in
That
the
would
river.
be so funny
Well-
if you ran through her and at the moment that you
And your
passed
child's
her,
gone?
your kid's gone. I should be a director.
We should direct a movie. Yeah.
I
Anyway, speaking of directing movies, the 2019 movie The Curse of La Llorona is part of the Conjuring universe, featuring Linda Cardellini, and the director is Michael
is it part of
Chavez.
the Conjuring?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, baby.
Oh my
Did
you not
James
know that?
Wan direct it?
No, Michael Chavez did. Michael
Chavez, who directed The
Sorry to
Conjuring 3,
disrespect you, Michael Chavez,
and
but I can have my
he's-
opinion. Not good. I don't like.
That movie was not good.
No, Christian and I were talking about the movies that James Wan was like a producer of, but Michael Chavez directed, right?
which is yes,
All of
The
the ones that
Conjuring
he's
3,
directed, we don't like. The Conjuring
the
3,
La Llorona,
La Llorona, and what
and
else?
he's
The-
going to do The Nun 2.
which is so
Nun.
upsetting because like I love the first Nun. I thought it was
La
like
Llorona.
pretty cool. But Chavez is doing that one, and I didn't
Yeah.
like La Llorona all that much, and I didn't like
Mhm.
the
I
devil
was
made me
also
do it.
not that much of a fan of La Llorona. It has a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I liked it. I have the Funko
Rotten
Pop
Tomatoes
in
is
there.
not.
Well, yeah, I like
I-
the story of La Llorona.
That's
I
what I
just
was
don't
telling-
love the
I-
specific movie, like the directing and all that stuff. You know.
Like Michael Chavez doesn't get credit for La Llorona, like the folklore being juicy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like The Conjuring is like, well, isn't The Conjuring based on a true story? Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I don't
But that
know.
movie's
He adds
sexy. That
little
movie's
thingies
sexy.
like, you know, Annabelle's and then the whole like Crooked Man and different things like that. But La Llorona is pretty much like straightforward folklore. Maria dies, kills children, does this, and then it's like the concept
Do
is
you
cool,
guys
but
have
I don't know if the movie
salt
was that great.
On hand for not that I believe in anything, but
Can I tell you?
It's not that I
it looks
believe
like-
that anything exists.
I think only Chelsea's gonna get this reference, but it looks like this is Weekend at Bernie's, and I'm dead, and Sabrina
Oh.
has me looking like
Why am
Yeah.
I the only one that would get the reference?
because
get
you're
that
30.
reference.
yeah.
Carrie.
At
That
least
is
I
so
said
funny.
you were your actual age.
This is
Why do I
I'm Norman
continue
Bates.
to show up for this abuse?
I'm Norman Bates. He's my mom. I've stuffed him like
No,
taxidermied.
You are
Oh.
Grey Gardens, Harry.
I don't know what that means.
Those
but my
little
eye probably
girls.
looks like it. My eye really hurts, guys.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe you know what'll make it feel better? Picking a urban legend.
Oh wait, no, it's
No,
Chelsea's
Chelsea
turn.
has to go.
Oh, I'm going next.
Yeah.
All right, because he's going last. Well,
All
see,
right.
that was mine, La Lorna. Chelsea?
Lorna.
That's a very good one. I'm
Right,
so
buckle
it
up.
was- Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Buckle up.
Oh, Chelsea, what are you hitting us with this
I'm
week?
over 18. I'm over 18 and I'm in the back seat. I don't gotta put shit on, bitch.
I'm gonna talk about Paul McCartney being dead.
So excited.
my God.
Exciting.
So I think that first of all, I'm sure we've all heard the more modern legend that Avril Lavigne is dead
Yeah.
and that some other
Wait a minute.
lady is
common
impersonating
knowledge?
her.
Yes, it's common knowledge.
Yeah, Melissa
never
or
heard
something.
That
I've
Avril Lavigne
never heard
died
that
and
Avril
they
Lavigne
hired an
died.
impersonator.
No,
Mhm.
I know that Michael Jackson's alive, but that's all I know.
Right. That's what you know.
That's
Is
what you-
Avril, is Avril Lavigne making enough money for them to keep her alive? Like, is she really making?
Yeah,
that
why is
much
she
money?
alive?
Girl,
I mean,
that was
no,
shady.
not like that, but like, why is she the one? Sorry. Why-
Yeah, why is she alive?
no, like, why would
But,
she
like,
be the
you know
one
what
that
I
we
mean? Like,
kill, but also is alive? You know what I'm
If
saying?
you're gonna
Oh my God.
exhume anybody's body, like it's got to be somebody that's making you big dollar is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
Avril
Exhume
was-
is different than impersonate.
That's what I meant.
Um,
So if you're gonna impersonate someone, like keep them literally alive and fake it. it's got to be some personality that's making you big bucks. Is Avril doing that, or is this supposed to have happened when she was in her peak?
I think it was in her peak, and actually, she's on tour right now.
Just exposing my child.
She was in that Machine Gun Kelly movie with Maud's son.
She's dating somebody.
She was dating Maud's son,
sure
but I don't think they're
she's dating
dating
a girl.
anymore.
What?
Maud's son is like bottom of the barrel. All the ladies that have dated Maud's son, girl, I'm sorry, but that was charity work.
Okay, well, I don't feel bad about dragging my.
He dated Bellella Throne and Tana Mojo at once. Like they knew, like all three of them were together.
Also, I've never heard anyone call her Bellella Thorne, and I will never get over that.
It's actually Bellella Throne, but thank you very much.
Bellella Throne.
Throne.
So you were saying Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney's dead. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's a yeah.
Can that be the title of this podcast?
Yeah.
Paul McCartney's dead. Sorry.
Yes, I think it should be.
Also, before we get sued, that was a joke.
Who's gonna sue us?
Yeah.
Who's gonna sue us? Paul
McCartney.
McCartney. He's dead.
It's an urban legend, Paul. I don't want to hear it. Paul.
If that's your real name.
Paul.
Yeah. First of all, Paul, manage your money better. He married.
Personal attacks.
I think both
buy
times
some of the Scary Queens merch.
I think both times he got married, he didn't get a prenup. You're a Beatle, and you didn't get a prenup.
You're a
Me when I'm a Beatle.
Nah, they took half.
Is Paul the one who was 4 or 5 seconds from Wildin'?
Yes.
Caught it.
It was him, Kanye, and Rihanna.
There were 17 brownies in this when we bought it, and there's 4 now. So I feel like I should stop.
Or live your truth. I don't know.
Or live
your truth.
Or
you know what? It's pride,
pride,
babes. It's pride. Eat the brownies.
So Paul McCartney's dead. I first found out about this rumor because I was not born in the 60s. Don't ask Harry.
Yeah, because Harry will tell you.
He told me.
She was born in prehistoric
we're
ages.
thinking together.
This was a popular rumor in 1967, 68. But I heard about this rumor because I used to get this book from the library all the time, called like the Big Book of Urban Legends. And
so you and Sabrina lived the same life.
Yeah, and it was like
spooky children.
It was like 200 pages of comic strips of urban legends. And I thought that was really cool. But the one that I remember taking to my mom's work and photocopying is this one.
You photocopied it? I love that.
I photocopied it.
You said I need this one for me.
Yeah, you have a legal print.
So in the late 60s.
Why is Harry drunk right now? He looks like he's hungover, like trying to like finish this podcast. He's just like, yeah, you got the
Chelsea's fucking drinking sangria right now.
I'm drinking ginger ale
out of a cup that says sangria.
I can't drink. Jeez, Harry.
Can you drink any freaking
He's like a little kid that like drinks and is like
to be bad noises. Sorry.
Yeah. I tell you that was nightmare fuel, whatever we just did.
But you know how kids breathe, like drink like they're never gonna breathe again?
I've never seen a kid breathe. Yes, yeah.
That's how they drink.
They're drinking it like it's the last goozle on earth.
The last goozle they'll ever guzzle, baby. Okay, sorry.
So there was this rumor that Paul McCartney died and was replaced with some guy that won a Paul McCartney lookalike contest.
Oh.
Paul McCartney went to my school.
Shut up. Did that guy go missing? The guy who won the contest?
They just think he was living both lives?
Chelsea, I need you to do some extra research. I think Paul McCartney's daughter went to Rollins.
She did. I can confirm this because they came to the museum.
And there's a picture of him.
Paul McCartney came to the museum.
Paul McCartney went to your museum.
And he came to my school, and he.
Were you there?
No,
Sabrina.
It was years ago.
I thought you meant like during your job, and you didn't tell us.
Yeah, and you didn't FaceTime me.
I would be Mrs. Paul McCartney at this point. Like, what do you think? You think I would fumble the fucking bag? No. Sorry. Continue.
One of his daughters is a fashion designer.
Ooh.
Stella McCartney.
Is her name Scaparelli?
No. Did you
She's
guys see
nuclear.
Beyonce? Sorry, off top.
Yeah, we
Continue,
saw the
Chelsea.
7 texts you sent.
I sent so many pictures of Beyonce, but she do look good. She do look good.
She look good.
Yeah,
Okay.
she did.
Paul
Chelsea.
McCartney's not alive and not walking through Winter Park,
Or
Florida.
is it that he's dead and now he something like that?
It's his
He was replaced
lookalike.
by his lookalike.
Okay,
And then he's
sorry.
also a
William
skinwalker.
Campbell, William Shears. There's a lot of different conspiracies of who it is, but
Okay.
Mhm. I think it's Amy Schumer. But yeah, continue.
the theory was that he died in a car crash, and in order to keep the Beatles going and making money and to keep the public from grieving, they were like, let's just replace him with a lookalike.
What did he die of, do you think?
They said a
Drug
car
overdose?
crash, and he was decapitated.
What the fuck?
Oh my! Wow.
It's not true. It's not true, but like that
That
was
is
the
so
rumor
much.
that they made up. Yeah.
It's giving her dirt a turd.
Rumors.
But like, who wins from making these rumors? Like, what do you gain?
Well, the Beatles,
Clout?
because they like
The
fed
Beatles
into
get
it and they were
monies.
making money. Because in some of their songs, they would like plant little things that would like get people to whisper without actually confirming. So in Glass Onion, Lennon says, "Here's another clue for you all. The walrus was Paul." And like that doesn't mean
does that mean?
anything to us right
Yeah.
away. But then people sit there and go, huh, what is it? And then they tie it to something. And one of the biggest parts of this rumor is the cover of Abbey Road, which, if you've seen the cover of Abbey Road, it's the 4 of them crossing the street.
Are you gonna screen
And-
share for us?
I can screen share for it. Abbey Road.
She's leaking out. Okay.
She's leaking.
I thought you
No,
were
she's
gonna
just-
breathe
she's
into his
cleaning her
glasses.
system. I know that was really intimate, but I'm genuinely.
I literally
this is so-
cannot wait to watch that back.
I'm serious.
Because
that's
it
what
felt crazy.
But didn't it feel good?
No.
Oh.
I think I need
felt like
permission
you were
to
breathing
screen
into-
share.
Oh, Serena.
Oh wait, no, I
thought
got it. I got it.
Oh.
Sure. Okay.
There we go. The
So
cover of Abbey. Oh, I know that.
there's Abbey Road. You guys probably seen this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have John in the front, and then
Lemon.
Ringo, Paul. Yes, Lennon. John, Ringo, Paul, and George in the back. And people are looking into not only like what they're wearing, but the fact that this license plate back here says LMW, which was his wife at the time. I think her name was Linda. They're like, it means Linda McCartney, widow. And then 28
What the fuck?
IF.
What?
The bottom one is 28 IF, which they were like, he would be 28 if he were still alive.
No.
Um,
Oh.
But yeah, they're
Wow,
saying that
people really grasping at straws. That I
Well-
think is literally just a random car.
yeah.
That is so funny though.
So because John is dressed in all white, they said that he's like a Jesus figure, a holy figure, something like that.
Mm.
And then
Oh,
you
he's all
have
black.
Ringo in all black, he's the Undertaker. And then you have Paul being buried in his suit, no shoes.
Okay.
He's the only one not wearing
Oh.
shoes. He also has a cigarette in his
That's
right
interesting.
hand, but it was
Hmm.
public knowledge that he was left-handed.
Oh.
So they're like, why is the cigarette in the opposite hand?
wanted
And
it in
then
the
finally, we have George in the back in like full denim moment, and he is the gravedigger, according to them.
What the fuck does that even? Okay, sure.
Also, everybody is walking in step with the same leg in front, except for Paul. And people are like, "Ooh, ah, 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 ah." That
Oh,
means
so
he's
it
dead.
means something.
That means he's
God.
dead.
That means he's dead. So
So
it gets deeper because people obviously are trying to like prove and substantiate this rumor. So it's called the Paul is dead hoax. And they would do like press conferences, but at the time, Paul and like all the Beatles were doing less press conferences because they were going from like Abbey Road to Sgt. Pepper era. And they stopped meeting with the media because they wanted a different lifestyle, basically. And they were changing their image at the time for Sgt. Pepper. They used to be like super clean cut. Now they're growing out their hair. They're doing acid, blah, blah, blah. they go to India one time and think that they're super spiritual.
White people.
Love that
Yeah.
for them.
And that's a big
Right.
influence on Sergeant Pepper, because they start incorporating all these foreign instruments instead of just guitars and drums into their music. And people are seeing them less because they stop performing in person, because they can't perform a lot of their songs in person anymore because they're so complicated and orchestrated. They're not things that are easy to perform in person. So
I'm sorry to tie this back into my one true love, Rex Orange County. I always think about that when I listen to the album. I'm like, how the man is gonna pull up a whole orchestra, because he puts like violins into everything. And I'm like, how is this gonna work? And I tell you, I still don't know how it works. I think they play the track, but they also have live instruments.
Don't they just play the track, or like they can do
But
like
he has instruments.
some instruments and then mostly track, you know?
Well, he has like saxophones and all that stuff. Yeah,
Chelsea,
hire the
not to
Beatles, hire people.
Chelsea, not to scare ya, but who's that in your background to the left of you?
Oh my god, I see him.
In
Do
the
you see him?
forest.
oh, is that a person?
It looks like
You
a person
have to highlight
hiding
that.
behind a
You
tree.
have to highlight that.
Well, there's two.
Can I tell you,
No,
never
there's-
start with, not to scare you, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a person.
Person coming. Oh,
That's so funny.
They're just doing a little peeky peek, sneaky
Love
peek.
that.
Um,
Anyway,
so yeah,
maybe it's Paul.
it's Paul.
He hears you. I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
So people like were saying that if you hold a mirror up to the Sergeant Pepper cover of the album, if you hold oh geez,
I don't know who Sergeant Pepper is or the Beatles.
I'm really young. I'm just so young and hot.
I'm just so
I'm
young and
literally
fertile
sitting
that
in
I
front
just don't
of
know.
a Sergeant Pepper poster. Let me pull up the poster so I can
Is Sergeant Pepper is an album?
Yes, Sergeant
Of the
Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Sorry, y'all. We're probably gonna disappoint a lot of people. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just
I did not grow up listening to them.
So
yeah, we're all Hispanic and also 20. So like
Yeah, ask me about Mark Anthony though.
yeah. La India, all over
am I
it.
sharing my
La
screen?
India,
Okay.
Yes.
So they're saying that if you hold a mirror up to the middle of Lonely Hearts, especially right here, it says he died.
The arts.
He died.
Oh.
Well, you're holding a mirror up to the middle, so it's cutting these letters in half and then transposing them upside down. But it's they're saying that he died. And then you have kind of this more ominous stuff going on in the background. This isn't like the best picture, but I wanted a bigger one. There we go. We've got like famous figures. It looks like we're at a funeral for the Beatles. These are the Beatles like as they were when they first came out on the scene, and then this is like the image they're going for now.
Weird.
That's-
Can
yeah,
we
that's
please move
interesting.
on?
That sounded like you just said that, Sabrina.
Oh no, sorry,
But-
that wasn't me just saying it. That was me reading it. Chelsea pulled up this article. Can you imagine?
Oh my
God,
God.
the other
As a
day-
listener, I'd be like, damn, that's Sabrina. Girl.
No,
Yeah.
the other day I bought a Rex Orange County inspired hoodie from
Yeah.
Etsy, and it like the album is called Who Cares, and Christian and Chelsea and I were on the phone, and I showed Chelsea, I was like, oh my god, look at my new hoodie, and then she reads it and she goes, who cares? And then Christian was like, Chelsea.
I didn't realize. I was like,
Oh my god. In the picture for Lonely Hearts Club Band, I think, or some press release, he has like a patch on his arm that says OPD, and they're like, that stands for officially pronounced dead. And
pull our reachers.
yeah, so then this is where we start getting into like the money making stuff. So
I'm ready for this part.
people start saying that if you play Strawberry Fields backwards, the end of it,
Love that song.
which at the time, this is the late 60s, so we're working with like records here. If you play the vinyl backwards at the end of Strawberry Fields, John says, I bury Paul. Or no, you don't have to play it backwards. He just says it in the end of Strawberry Fields. He's like, I bury Paul. And everybody's like, what? And then Revolution 9, if you play it backwards, when they say number 9, it turns into Turn Me On, Dead Man. and they were like, oh my God, Paul is dead.
What?
It's very, yeah. This is what we had to work with in the 60s. Not we, I wasn't there, but
Can I tell you?
outed yourself. You just
Harry?
outed yourself.
I feel like
Oh
there
my
was a lot of like serial killers, so there was other things to work with. There was other things to focus on.
yeah.
If you needed some spook ooks in your life, there was things to do.
Spookooks.
Yeah, obviously you can go to Point Pleasant in 1966 and go fucking hang with the Mothman.
Or you can
No,
hang around a river.
hang out.
Oh.
No, I'm saying yeah, and you can hang around a river bend and wait for La Lorna to go snatch your children.
Amen. Yes. It's been
Not
around
amen.
since whatever.
Y'all think she gonna
but-
make it to heaven? Y'all think she's gonna find her children?
Lorna? No. That bitch lost.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they gagged and gooped her. That's literally so funny.
I really did goop her. She's still looking.
Oh, I've got some reversed sections of Revolution number 9.
I'm so excited.
Ooh, let's
Also,
hear it.
Chelsea
Let's hear
told
it.
me that this was like a marketing scheme that people would tell you this so that you would fuck up your record and then you would have to buy a new fucking Beatles record. And I think
Yeah.
that's way more likely. That's so fucking funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because you have to spin it backwards by hand, and it's
yeah,
screwing
that
up
ruins
the
your
line.
record.
Does it fuck up your needle too?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Number 9, number 9, number 9.
This is creepy.
So that's
I'm
what he's
scared.
supposed to say at the end
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
really scary.
They were dropping acid, so
It's weird.
This isn't
My
good.
mom hates the Beatles. She was like, those fucking druggies. And I'm like, Mom.
Sounds turn me on, dead man.
turn me on to. Oh, everything is gonna sound like anything else if you play it backwards. Just
Yeah.
I did not hear Turn Me On, Dead Man. I heard give me nom, but
Okay.
He says, "Tell me,
Hey, someone should turn that. Listen, turn that into a beat.
I agree.
Uh,
I think we should put a beat to it, add Megan on it.
hey,
Oh my
Hey.
You could
God.
put Megan on anything and it would be great.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever, I think I said that
take you down. I don't want to.
John says like I buried Paul, but then later on he says I was actually saying cranberry sauce. So
What? Why would you say either?
because they were high. They were high.
Isn't there like a documentary that was recently like revamped
yes,
and released
like Disney Plus.
where
I wanna
he's
watch
like
it.
about to do drugs and then he realizes the camera's there and he just like puts it back.
So
Wait,
fucking
who?
funny.
I don't one of the members, I don't remember.
I didn't know
But
one of
there's-
them was named George until right now.
I thought they were all called Paul McCartney. I didn't know any of their
I
names.
only
Paul
knew-
McCartney number 1.
I only
number
knew
9. Number 9.
I only knew there was one called Ringo, and then there's Paul McCartney.
Yes. There was
my God.
I didn't know
Ringo,
that.
there was Paul, and there was John. But I know Paul roughly because he matters and he did things. And then John also matters and he did things. What did Ringo and George do after?
I just know Ringo
Didn't one of
Starr.
them die?
First of all, Ringo's one of the only ones left alive. So
He's alive. I love his name.
yes, he says peace and love, peace and love.
Hey, Rings.
He does stuff all the time.
Ringo's alive. Hey, girl. But like, what did they do? Like musically, did they do like things?
They all
Doesn't they
have
all
their
sing?
own solo albums.
Okay, did Ringo and George get any like clout because of theirs? Because I don't think
It's
Ringo and George.
giving One Direction,
Yeah.
Liam Payne.
Oh my God. I mean, you
Oh.
could compare it to that, but you know, God rest his
Yeah.
soul.
Oh,
George was
Amen.
a good guy.
Oh.
John was not a good guy. I would just like to say that for the record. John
Okay.
Lennon was a horrible person.
John, yeah, I've heard that. I was gonna say
Oh,
Lennon
I
is
have heard John
literally-
Lennon, and I always confused him with John Legend.
me too. When I was younger,
When
but
I was,
I was
like,
gonna
growing up,
compare
and then I
Harry
was like, oh, they're
Styles
different
to
people.
John Lennon, and then I was like, John Lennon is actually a really bad person, so that's not like kind.
Yeah.
I feel like Harry would be the Paul, no?
But I feel like John Lennon is more of the like the front man, the big
Really?
name, yeah.
Well, Paul McCartney sang with.
Because who
Rihanna,
cares about
so-
Paul McCartney? It's all about Jesse McCartney and
Okay.
that one song.
I
yeah,
love
what's the
Jesse
song?
McCartney.
What's the song?
A shiny
You're not
teeth and
ordinary,
shiny
girl.
teeth, shiny teeth.
That's not Jesse McCartney.
No,
That's
Yes, it
ordinary
is.
girl. That's H2O.
No,
you know
it's
what I'm
not.
talking about?
H2O.
There's a song. There's
Yes,
a song that
I
Jesse
love
McCartney
Jesse
does. What is it
McCartney.
called? What is it
I don't
called?
want to see a pretty face.
Face, I don't want just anyone home. I don't want another. Come on, ways. Come on,
Okay.
you and your leaky.
No, oh my God, Chelsea.
Y'all can't set me up. You know what I do.
Did you say leaky?
No, she didn't. Sorry. No, she didn't. I cannot believe you guys are doing this to me.
I'm doing what to you, bitch?
Making
you
me work.
signed up for this.
Making her edit.
Just nobody wants to work these days, okay?
Oh my God.
Speaking of urban legends, the Kardashians and their BBLs are gone.
I know that picture of Khloe.
They're deflating, y'all. They're deflating.
Yeah.
Really problematic. I don't really care what the Kardashians do on their own time. I kind of love them. But there was this girl that she was like, it's because Kim is going to be a lawyer now, and she wants to have a body that like reflects a scholar.
What the fuck does that mean?
What did you just say about curvy women?
Can I tell
what
you?
did you just say about
What
curvy
does that
women? They
say
can't be scholars.
about women, especially Black women that naturally have a body like that? You know, more
fuck?
culturally.
True.
You're saying that they can't have a professional life because they have a curvilicious, scrumptious body.
No,
like that has nothing
because
to do with
that is
anything.
messed up.
According to society, Black women can't have anything. They can't
Yeah.
have anything.
They were the
They don't
last ones
let-
to the party. They were the last ones to the party.
Yeah.
To get the invite. I can't believe it.
Even though they planned the party.
They planned. Oh, can
They
I tell
planned
you?
the party. They
Everybody
took
was
the
wearing
ideas
their looks
and said,
everybody's
"That's
wearing
cool."
their looks to the party.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Stealing their lingo.
Shout out to
Bunch
you
of baloney.
if you're a Black
Black
woman,
women.
because we, you know,
Yeah.
love you, support you. Because
And all you
Not
people who
only
don't like
do we
Black
love women, we love Black women.
Exactly. And all you people who don't like Black women, you
Get
know
out.
shit
This
about
is not the
fuck.
podcast for you.
yeah,
You
I don't know if you figured
shit
it out
about
yet,
fuck.
but this isn't the podcast for you.
Yeah,
if
we
you
don't
like
stand
the gays,
racist,
we don't
women,
stand
or
homophobe.
people of color.
Yeah.
Get out. Pro anything else? Pro drinking. What else are we pro?
Unless you're on antidepressants.
Yeah, and
Pro
underage.
mental health care. Pro
Yeah.
Mental health care,
antidepressants.
love
Pro
that.
feminine health,
We start
Ah.
listing our.
anti-gun,
Anti-cop.
and
I didn't, that's not, I thought she said something else.
What'd you say?
anti-cop.
What?
No.
No,
well,
we will never be.
that
no,
if that
Sabrina.
means anti-men, I am anti-men. I am what's it called? A misandrist, where you just hate men. I've
Yeah.
like gone to that spectrum.
Yeah.
I
just hate
literally look like I've been partying all night and I woke up early to film this podcast.
Can I tell you, I never, when I go out at night and I'm like so fucking beat up, I hate it. I'm like home by 1:30. That's the latest I'll stay out. The one time that I went out with Harry, we stayed out till 3 a.m. Stayed
because
out.
we're
We weren't
girls.
back home
It's
until after
because
that.
we're
God.
girls,
I
and
was
get her and
shocked.
she gets me.
It's like Britney in Paris,
Also,
2003.
I was fucked up. I was running across the street while I was drunk looking for a bathroom.
I almost
Okay,
vomited.
I ran back to the bar to try to
She
get to the
almost
bathroom.
shat outside.
I almost
Sorry.
pissed outside. I almost pissed outside because I had to be so bad. I ran from, we were at a Mexican restaurant. I ran across the street, which is, it's going. Okay, it's giving. It's going.
Wait, what was that?
Sorry.
What was that?
The cars, they're going. is
Oh,
what
the
I meant.
cars.
Yeah, so
It
I
looked like you were
crossed back to the
voguing.
bar. I know the cars, but I ran back to the bar. Bars closed because it's after 2 a.m. It's like 2:30. Then I have to run back across the working street, okay, to the fucking Mexican restaurant. And I was like, I have to pull out my Spanish right now, señora, por favor. And I was trying to talk in all my Spanish that I could while I was fucked up.
All fucked
And I
up.
was like, por
Oh
favor, can I
my.
use your bathroom? Ugh. I obviously said this in Spanish, and she let me use her restroom.
Meanwhile, I was
That's
laying
great.
down on my friend Nicole's lap on a bench because
I
if
came back.
because,
Harry was pale.
because I was sitting straight up and we like the thought of tacos before I had them was like, oh my god, I would literally kill for these tacos.
Yeah.
I took one bite
Was
and I almost
vomit.
like vomited. And I was like,
Yeah.
Nicole, can I lay on the ground? And she was like,
Don't
no.
do that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then she took me to a bench and we laid down. And that was fine.
Yeah,
And that
that's a
was
good
our
friend.
night
She didn't
out.
let you lay on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
Harry's urban legend.
And I
That's
was gonna
Harry's
piss.
urban legend.
I was going to piss in the woods. That's how bitches
I thought you were
die.
gonna shit.
No, I had to piss.
Oh.
That's where the Mothman is, girl.
Yeah, that's where llorona comes, snatches your shite.
Lord,
If
No,
you
that's
guys
just where
are-
murderers like yank you. They're looking for the nearest drunk girl while she's pissing in the woods. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna die.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
If you guys are interested
So-
in more songs that you can play backwards and hear messages,
Let us know.
some of the famous ones, these are all kind of from the same era. The Eagles, Hotel California.
Oh my god, I love that song. I almost
If you play it backwards,
I've heard a lot of things about that song.
Such a good song. If you play it backwards, it says, Satan, he hears this. He had me believe. Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. If you play it backwards, people think it says, oh, here's to my sweet Satan, the one whose little path would make me sad, whose power is
Can
Satan.
I tell you?
They say he will give those with him 666. There was a little tool shed where he made us suffer. Sad Satan.
Tool shed. Oh my god, is this the toolbox murderer? Very fun killer.
Oh,
The
no,
toy box murderer.
oh, what the
girl?
heck?
not fun, but
Fun?
so disturbing that it's kind of interesting to try to understand his psyche.
It is
Like,
an
he-
interesting.
Hello,
He
police. She's out.
Sorry.
No.
911, yes, hello.
But like
No, he just
from
put-
like
he
true
put a
crime
lot of,
perspective,
like,
it's an
yeah.
interesting story to
like
listen
some
to.
people
I heard
like
it from Bailey Sarian.
I also heard it
Shout
from
out
Bailey
Bailey
Sarian.
Sarian.
He just like put effort into being awful. Like some people just are awful on the side and they went like, I'm just gonna murder. He like thought about it. So very, not interesting.
Chelsea's
What's
face.
the negative connotation to interesting? Disturbing.
Disturbing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's like a
it's
train wreck.
very
It's like a train
disturbing.
wreck.
Yeah.
It's like a train wreck. You can't look away kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not
I agree.
interested.
I mean, that's
Please
basically
don't.
what true crime. That's basically true crime. Like it's all a train wreck, and you just can't look away.
The last one I have to recommend you is Queen. Another one bites the dust.
Another
Oh.
one bites the dust.
At the end, he says, "It's fun to smoke marijuana. It's fun to smoke marijuana."
It
I
is.
mean, what?
It's a little like.
How would you know that?
I think I had it queued. Here, let me cue it up. Here we go. You guys can tell me if you think this sounds like what. It's fun to smoke marijuana.
No.
I think if
No.
I was also on drugs, then I would know.
Then
But
yeah.
absolutely
this-
not in my conscious being would I think that.
This was a ploy all the way through the 90s to get people to ruin their vinyl records and buy another one because you got to buy one
That
to
is
play
wild.
and another one to play
Yes, I
backwards.
think that's what it was.
And you
That
know,
is
kids are doing it with their parents' record collection and not saying anything, and then the parent goes to play their record and
And
they're
it's
like,
all
crap,
fucked.
it's all scratched. I
Yeah.
got to get a new one. So yeah.
What are you doing? Okay,
yeah, that
Harry's
is
got a
Paul's
Bueno.
story.
Go,
Well,
Harry.
Paul is done. Harry.
Go Harry.
Harry.
Go Harry.
It's your
Harry.
birthday.
Oh,
Go, Harry.
oh.
Okay, so I already.
I thought we were getting in the mix. Damn.
I think I just heard La Llorona crying in the. Oh, sorry. One thing I forgot to say about her. One thing about La
We're
Llorona.
just about to
She
dip
do
her
be
toes in
crying.
the brownies.
She do be crying, and also the louder that you hear the cries, the further she is. The farther you hear it, the closer she is.
Yes, there was a urban legend
Bag.
called the Whisperer, and he does the same thing.
Yeah. So if you hear La Llorona in the distance, Mama, she's behind you.
King Tit right here.
Ew.
Anyway,
back.
Harry, what is your?
Sabrina, you're like
Just stretching out.
yanking and pulling and.
I'm not yanking or nothing.
Anyway, so
Okay.
ever since we talked about this podcast, I knew I wanted to do El Cuco, which is
Right.
a Hispanic urban legend, but I didn't research it, so I'm literally just gonna read the Wikipedia. But we'll also talk about
Can
personal.
you translate what the
Love that.
translate? Can you translate what the cuco is?
That's
The
what I'm
cuco,
about to do.
girl.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Talk faster.
Well, El Cuco, some people know it as El Coco or La Coca because it has, she can
Coco,
be-
I love
she
that
can be-
movie.
La
she
coca
can
is
be
la
a she,
cocaína.
or some people call her the Cucuy.
Ooh, I like that one.
She's
I
got
have heard
different
Cucuy.
names. She's got different names. But it's a mythical ghost monster equivalent to the boogeyman, found in many Hispanophone and Lusophone countries. It can also be considered an Iberian version of a bugbear, as it is commonly used figure of speech representing an irrational or exaggerated fear. The
That's a
Cucuy is a
horrible thing.
male being, or the Cuca, which
Oh.
is female, of the monster. A
Okay.
female version of the monster. The monster will come to the house of disobedient children and make them disappear. So,
Krampus.
because Hispanic parents are manipulative, they use it to scare you as a kid so that you will behave. It says in Spain, Portugal,
They
and
do
Latin
that.
America, parents sometimes invoke the cuco as a way of discouraging their children from misbehaving. They sing lullabies or tell rhymes. Lullabies, yes, they put you to sleep talking about this shit, and I'm about to sing it in a second. A way of discouraging the children from misbehaving. They sing lullabies or tell rhymes, warning their children that if they don't obey their parents, el cuco will come and get them and eat them.
Bing bong.
So
It
he's
is not-
basically La Lorna.
Yeah.
But he eats them.
No,
he doesn't
but he
drown them.
doesn't like, he didn't kill his children, and then he's
But
literally
that's
just
true.
here
That's
to
true.
steal children.
He's
The
just
cuco, you just have
hungry.
for
It's
el
like- yeah,
cuco,
it's like-
you just
it's
have
like-
to like
It's like Krampus, but Hispanic.
yes, because for el cuco you just
You
have
just
to
need a
behave.
little
And
snacky.
for La Llorona, you just can't leave the house at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like get
So
back
there's-
here before La Llorona gets you, and then when you're here, you better be acting right.
That
like
is
Cuco
some
will get you too.
Hispanic fucking parent manipulation. You got to be home by sundown.
Home by 9, and you better
gotta
act right when you're here.
or you're gonna get eaten.
By
Okay.
2 monsters.
Exactly.
So it's not the way the cuco looks, but what it does that scares most. It is a child eater and a kidnapper. It may immediately devour the child, leaving no trace, or it may spirit the child away to a place of no return. But it only does this to disobedient children. It is on the lookout for children's misbehavior from the rooftops. It takes the shape of any dark shadow and stays watching. It represents the opposite of the guardian angel and is frequently compared to the devil.
Guardian devil. Cool.
Others see the cuco as a representation of the deceased of the local community. The oldest known rhyme about the cuco, which originated in the 17th century, is in the Auto de los Desposorios de la Virgen by Juan Caxés. The rhyme has evolved over the years, but still retains its original meaning. And this is what I'm gonna read this one. Hold on, I should read this one first.
They did this to you?
This is the like regular one, which is duérmete niño, duérmete ya, que viene el cuco y te comerá. Right?
That is true.
But
I've heard that one.
my grandma used to sing a dormir, que viene el cuco a sacarte los ojos con un bejuco. And that means let's go to sleep because the cuco is coming and he will take your eyes out with a hook. And
Okay.
that's how they will rock you to sleep.
That is crazy. No, the one that I would
Guys
always
were
hear
manipulated.
like
I hate to tell you this, you were a victim.
Yeah.
This is a safe space.
The first one is the one that I would always hear. I don't remember. I mean, I was -1, so I don't remember if they sang it to me, but I think they sang it to me and also to like cousins and stuff, like little babies. When I would watch them like put them to sleep, they're like duérmete niño, duérmete ya, que viene el cuco te comerá, which means sleep child, sleep, or the cuco will come and he will eat you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you get put to sleep in a Hispanic
They didn't
household.
do that for me. Weird.
What would
Parents
they say
liked
when you
me.
go to sleep? What would they do?
But
I
they
love you.
Okay.
I don't know. The nursery, it was like arroz con leche te quiere casar,
Yeah.
which means rice with milk wants to marry you.
No. Arroz con leche, me quiero casar. That means rice and milk. I want to marry the girl from the town, whatever.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not important. But that's what they were saying to me as a
Interesting.
kid. They were saying, go to sleep, go to sleep. The cuco is coming to take out your eyes with a hook.
With a hook.
Literally.
That's awful.
And
That is actually horrid.
there are many different versions and many different languages. Like they speak it in Brazil, or they
speak it.
They sing a version in Brazil. They sing a version in Portugal.
I think every culture has a version of this because I know in like
but like in their lullabies,
like Norse countries, they talk a lot about like these little gremlins in the woods that will like eat the children. You know what I mean? They're like goblins or something. And not to be misquoting the Norse, but like I'm pretty sure like it's the upper European people, like the colder places, they talk about these like woodland gremlins.
I mean, yeah. The moral of the story is that everybody has their demons, baby. Everybody's got their
mama.
Everybody got their cuco.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
Quote.
And because that was
that's
so
a
short,
quote, and that's what I've always said.
Because that was so
Everybody's got their
short, I'm gonna invoke something that Christian might
Invoke. I don't like that. What are you fucking summoning? I mean,
What does that mean?
Christian might recognize, but he might not. So Christian, were you born here?
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Florida.
So I was born in Puerto Rico and I was raised there until I was 5. And there was a day, I don't have much information, I just tried to look it up, but I couldn't really find what I was looking for. There was a day called Dia de los Inocentes. And los Inocentes are like a group of masked, like folklore-ish type figures that like are drawn constantly, and like the masks are used constantly in like folklore days, folkloric dances of Puerto Rico. Well, one of the things that would happen on Dia de los Inocentes, at least in my town, is that people would come, like a group of people would come dressed up in these costumes, going house to house. And if they saw the kids that were from that house, they would take the kids. I don't know where they would go. I think they would eventually, it was like
Why?
people from the town. So eventually the kids would come back to their houses. But what my parents would instruct us to do is to hide from these people. So we would hide in like a room in our house until the people left like the front of our house, and then we wouldn't be taken. But apparently, I mean, obviously we were never taken, but apparently there were kids who were taken by these people, and I don't know what it symbolizes. I wish I could tell you more. I should have obviously done more research.
They take them, they keep going house to house, and then at the end they're just like, all right, go home.
They come back.
I think they like, bring them to their parents or something.
That's weird, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, don't offend Puerto Rican culture.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, I realized that was rude. No, but that is weird, and I don't like it. Sorry, it is weird. Don't take people's children. Don't take people's children out of their house.
Okay, it is
That's fucking,
definitely
like,
different.
Come on, that's not safe. At least that's not safe because
I wouldn't
do you
feel
know
safe
these
with
people
my
that are
child
taking your
being
children?
taken.
Like, do you know them really well? Because how well do you know your neighbor? You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
Getting into your car and getting out of your car, that's not enough. But I know in Puerto Rican culture, you're a lot more, buddy with
Everybody knows everybody because like el pueblo es chiquito and everyone's like.
Should I call my mom and ask her why that was the thing? Should we have a special guest on the pod?
Can she talk on the pod? Yeah.
Yeah, but she's gonna speak in Spanish, so I'll translate.
Yeah, we can translate.
I just feel like even then, you don't know. You're telling me that you had no fucking serial killers in Puerto Rico?
Oh my god.
Serial maybe no, but killer?
That is not an offensive thing. Harry calls Costa Rica Costa Rica, and it's so rude.
Recording the podcast with Chelsea and Christian and Sabrina. And we're talking about like legends. And I started talking to them about El Dia de los Inocentes and how people would come to our house and like they would take the kids. ¿Por qué?
Porque eso es una tradición, supuestamente el Día de los Inocentes es que ellos como que te tiraban bromas y cosas y te hacían como el embarte para quitar un niño porque ellos hacen una fiesta. Entonces en esa fiesta ellos van de casa en casa como si fuese una pajandalería. Entonces ellos cogen una persona del barrio, porque eso se hacen cosas pequeñas, ellos cogen una persona del barrio y de los nenes pequeños les roban al nene. Como la persona está envuelta en atender al grupo y todo eso, pero no es para mal, es para al final de la noche, esa persona tiene que hacer una fiesta para que le devuelvan al hijo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you always went to the girl that had the best house.
So they take one kid.
Okay.
Yoink.
It's like if they're taking Mary Lou Who's, the
bitch
from Whoville, take her kid because she got to throw the party to get her kid back, and she got the bitch shit.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay, and then the person would have to throw a party to get their kid back. La persona a quien le llevaban al hijo, ellos tenían que tirar una fiesta para después que se lo trajeran.
It's just a prank, bro.
Ajá. Okay.
Cuando se le dan cuenta que el nene no está, se asustan, obvio, pero los inocentes le dicen, don oye, si una persona escogida.
Okay.
Es como para los mexicanos cortan el cake.
Yes.
Que le toque el niñito Jesús, tiene que hacer un a todos los que están en ese grupo.
Okay.
That is wild. Okay, well, we gotta translate like the.
Yeah, I know. I remember hiding.
There's not an equivalent in Costa Rica. Ellos no te roban los hijos. Porque vas a ir a las montañas y te pierdas por siempre, okay? You'll never be seen again.
Okay.
No, but they do it, but they like steal the kid, but it's like for a bandage for the family. Because the families need the money for that type of time. And then they took the kid, but at the end of the night, they return the kid, but they give you like a lot of food.
Yeah.
Like they buy like toys for the kids. They give you money. They make a big party for that. Because they realize that people that it was in that time everybody need money, but sometimes have people that struggling more than others.
Okay.
But in Puerto Rico they do it a lot. When I was young, I go to a lot of those things.
To the parties?
Like I don't have like boyfriend like Harry. I was with Fanny Grisel. We go around.
Okay.
Ask her if she's ever been taken.
Because they were scared that somebody steal the kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember we would stay home.
Yeah. But when you grow up, I don't go anywhere. And then they realize that when we go like in our house, I think the little one is you, Gabriela, and we are not like that closer with that people.
Yeah.
You know, they never go out in that place. But when Fanny Grisel was little, I think mommy told me one time, I think they picked Grisel. I don't remember. I think they took Grisel and then they do a party. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'll call you later after I finish.
Yeah. Mommy's gonna be okay with that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, take the college and say everything. 25 or 30. But no, it's not like that. It's like a tradition, but most of the time it's for people that are closer with that tradition.
Okay.
Because they don't go any house to pick the kid and then the people were scared calling
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. I'll call you later.
Cute.
Love you too. Bye.
Oh my god,
Okay.
first-hand account.
So
Alright,
to explain it a little better. So
yeah, for anybody who missed chunks for not speaking Spanish.
I'm probably gonna cut this snip and fast through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Los Inocentes are a group organized who celebrate. I could show you a picture of what like they kind of look like, but a group organized that would celebrate this like festive day, which usually happens around Christmas. And these people would go around the town and they would choose a house of people who are kind of struggling, and like their kids like obviously might not get presents on Christmas because these people are struggling, they don't have money, etc. And all these people in masks would show up. Obviously they would know this person, like they would show up to this person's house. The person would be close to the organization but not be part of it or the group. And these people would show up to these houses and basically distract the owner of the home. And while the owner of the home was distracted trying to like take care of the people in the house, like be a host, the Inocentes would take one of the kids, and they would take the kid, and then in order for the kid to be brought back, the person who owned the home would have to throw like a little party at night. And that night the kid would be brought back. But when the kid came back, they would be brought back with money, with toys for the kids, with things to help around the house. So it was kind of like she was saying how there's, I don't know if it's Mexican, but she said it was Mexican. There's a tradition where I think they even do it in America, actually, where you bake a cake and like you put a little baby Jesus in the cake, and whoever gets the slice with baby Jesus has to throw the party, and like they get.
We do that in New Orleans.
Yeah, in New Orleans.
The king cake.
Yeah,
with the baby.
So
they just put a regular baby in there.
It's like
not like a regular baby, but like a
yeah, it's not a Jesus baby, it's just a baby figurine.
I don't think Costa Rica or Cuba have an equivalent unless I'm really badly involved in both cultures.
They do look kind of creepy, but this is what they're wearing.
That's crazy.
Oh, like, isn't that
like
didn't we do those masks for Spanish class? Yeah, Hispanic heritage.
Yeah.
Wait, is that different from vejigante masks? Because that looked
I think they're similar. I think they're
also
they wear the
it sounds like a parando with extra steps.
That's what my mom said. It's
I mean,
like
that's what I was gonna say.
They go around
basically,
the town, but they take the kid of a specific house, and the parent. She said the parents are like usually are like, "Where the fuck is my child?" And they're like, "Oh, they're probably with this group."
They're like, and it's she said it's also around Christmas time, thus the party, thus the festivities. Exactly. In Puerto Rico, baby, the holidays start early and end never. So
it's a party year round.
Yeah,
it's a party year round. So like when it's like there's Christmas, there's Three Kings Day, there's when there's not any of those, they're stealing your kids. Like, you know.
Yeah, and she said that it's kind of like it's like a pranky day. Like it's
they like throw a little prank. They're like, oh no, my child's missing. And then you're like, oh wait. Such a funny prank, right? Because can you imagine your mother and you're like,
Yeah,
where's my
but
child?
she
And then
said
you
that
forget that
because-
you're like in that time of year, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that because the people who are chosen are usually like somehow already know of those people or know the people or close to the people, etc. They're like freaked out for a second, and they're like, oh.
Got it. Yeah,
They
because
just-
it's like
yeah.
it's your close girlies. It's not like
Yeah.
random.
And that's why she
people.
said that we used to hide, but she said that we also were never taken, or my cousins, because we didn't really know any of the people who were part of the Los Inocentes, so they wouldn't come in and like try and distract our parents and like take us.
But can I tell you, what if you think, they took my kid,
And then someone actually took the
and
kid.
then like
And then someone actually
then you
took
talk
it.
to the girlies
Yeah.
at night, and they're like, "What
But
the fuck
this
are you
was-
talking about? I don't have Pepito." And
Can we
then
do that
like,
when we're old and have children? I'm gonna steal
don't
one of y'all
fucking take
children.
my kids. First of all, I'm not taking kids. Kid.
Well-
Okay, kid, and then I'm chopping that shit off.
I'm not gonna
Oh my God.
steal it. I'm just gonna
What are you chopping
prank
off?
you and be like, hee, Sabrina, throw a party now. I have your kid here.
Just ask me to throw a party, and I will drop off the kid. I feel like we could have skipped this anxiety-inducing
Yeah.
part.
Right.
I think this is the end of the pod, girls. I think we've
Yeah.
all been here for
Yeah.
a minute. We've all
My
told our
eye is
stories.
no longer. Oh, it's kind of
It
red.
was
but
a
it's no
so
longer
my
treated now.
kid worked.
It was
I'm
Sabrina's
calling my
blowing
tita.
thing, yeah.
I'm calling my tita to tell her that I did it, and she's gonna be proud of me because she did it.
It
to me
literally
last time I
felt
was
like
here.
it felt like I had
But
a.
it fucking helped.
Can I finish
Sorry.
my?
Oh my,
fucking
wow, that
sentence?
was aggressive.
It felt like I had an eyelash sideways on the like rim of my eyelid, and every time I would close my lid, the eyelash would
It was
scratch
like-
my cornea. That's
You
what
want
it
to
felt
close
like.
my lid?
Okay.
Christian.
Well,
Christian.
just so you guys know, we've
Sorry.
got Mothman, we've got famous people,
Lorna.
we've got medicine. Okay.
We
here.
got pink guy.
No, we don't.
Oh,
we
no,
fixed
we
it
don't.
with medicine. Okay.
We got
Medicinal
irritable
things.
bowel syndrome. We got anxiety. We got depression.
baby. If we wanted to list the issues, we'd be here for a whole other hour.
Not the
But basically, what I'm
issues.
saying is my tita's the best. La Llorona is scary.
And my mom was on the pod.
The mom-
And your mom was on the
Pod.
pod.
Paul McCartney is dead. That's what you
And
gotta
Paul
take
McCartney
away.
is dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
So is
Sorry,
Avril
Brittany.
Lavigne, and they're
So
probably
is Avril
together
Lavigne.
in the afterlife.
Amen.
They're probably together
Allegedly,
in
allegedly.
Chelsea's background somewhere.
And
Yeah.
and Mickey doesn't sell the tickets. Okay, he's running the party.
And
He
Mickey does
can't-
not sell the ticket.
And that's what I've always said.
And that's what I've always said. So, Christian, please take it away.
Y'all are gonna have to forgive me because I lost my script, and also I haven't done the pod in 5 years, so I don't know what to say.
Okay, just freeball it.
Well,
Um,
do you want to tell the kids about what happened on every outro you've ever recorded?
He pulls up the script every
No,
single time.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
What?
Stop.
Yeah,
No.
go ahead.
Guys, we're not on Outcast. I'm sorry. I
We're
had to
not
say
on
it.
Outcast.
We're not on Outcast because Outcast doesn't exist. We're on Overcast. Oh.
And he has said outcast.
I've said it wrong
since the
every
beginning.
podcast.
I am so sorry, Overcast. We love you very much. Thank you for letting us. put
And
our
apparently,
pod
like
there.
7% of our listeners listen to us on Overcast. I was telling Christian they probably hear the outro every time, and they're like,
Who?
And they're like, what's
Outcast?
that one? I don't know that
And
one.
can I think? No.
No.
Can
No,
I
you
tell
can't.
you what I think it was is you mixing Outlook and Overcast? Like
No,
Outlook
because
with
why would I say
Microsoft?
Outlook?
Because it's a thing.
Mhm.
Like your brain is crossing the
Well, I
wires,
know
like the
Outlook.
people that like feet. And this is the perfect way to end the podcast. Please take us out.
Anyway, you can listen to us on our other stream platforms. That's Overcast,
yeah, that really
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or as Harry
Google
likes to
Podcasts.
say,
is. Said
There
it.
you go.
Said it. Beat you to it.
sorry, Google. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, that's The Scary Queens. That's THE, Scary Queens, just in case you didn't know how to spell that. And oh yeah, we're also on Anchor. Yo, this one's real bad.
Anchor.
This
And
time.
we're gonna be on
You said
Spotify or
Anchor.
whatever.
You said Anchor.
Oh.
Hey, can I
The
tell you? You said
video.
Spotify.
I said Anchor.
But now-
I don't
Video,
remember.
but the
Anyway.
Everybody show Nip.
Also, sorry, can you hear me? Also, if you want our merch, go check our link in our bio on our Instagram. And what else?
This episode was sponsored by Gato Glitter. We're currently having a sale. Everything is for sale. So
We're selling.
We're selling.
Everything's
and hopefully by the time this drops, the Pride collection will be live, where all proceeds will benefit Trevor Project and
Happy
Zebra
Pride!
Coalition and a bisexual woman in her plant pajamas.
Wow. We love the Trevor Project.
The end.
Okay.
Anything else
Sabrina,
that you
my
want to
turn.
shout out before
My
we
turn.
end?
No, we just have our
Just
merch. We have
merch.
Chelsea.
Merch and it's on our link tree in our bio. It's amazing. Please go look. You
It's
can
real
buy
cute,
a
even if you don't
muumuu,
listen.
You can buy
Even
a
if you
throw, blanket,
don't like us, get it.
everything, mug.
Yeah. Also, like, give us feedback, guys. Do you like these type of
Feedback.
podcasts?
Yeah.
Do you prefer the movie things? Let us know. because we
Yeah,
have
we're
fun.
thinking of switching it up, inserting some of
Yeah.
these along with movies, so we're not just doing movies. So
Yeah.
let us know what you think of this. And also, if you have any topics, drop it in our Instagram comments, and we'll consider.
wanna
them.
talk
I won't say we'll
about-
do it, but we'll consider it.
Universal monsters, the werewolf vampires.
Ooh,
Please
I
tell
think
me if
that'd be
anybody
fun.
else is on that train. But
I do think
for
that'd be fun.
now, I leave you with well wishes and stay afraid, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo!